Call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakak Radash. My name is Jamal Yasharalo, and I'm back at it again with another lesson. Abba Rock Desire You Be Edified. And I'm going to call this Strive for Perfection to Loosen Up Your Oppression. I was watching Harriet Tubman movie. They have several of them, but it just kind of gave me an idea about some of the things we've been through as people, of being Yahweh's people and not knowing and being oppressed, and how some of us rather had stayed in that oppression versus to fight for freedom or good understanding and wisdom. And nothing's new under the sun. It was like that in the old times as well. When Moses brought us out of Egypt, we wanted to go back as a people, or some of us, murmuring into oppression with the Egyptians. We were scared of freedom, and the Lord would extend his hand to help us, and we kept slapping it away. So, I got a couple of scriptures together. Abba Rock Desire You Be Edified, and we're going to get straight to it. But before I begin, I would also like to say, pardon me, I had some a mint in my mouth, and I don't want to choke on it, so I'm trying to be careful. But anyway, I want to say Shalom, salutations. Again, double honors to the men of GMS, who I learned this 100% true from. Shalom to the men, Akim and Akwaf, men and women, who also subscribe to the men of GMS to do their best that they can in following the ways of our leaders of Israel, doing these Lord's statutes and commandments, and our men going out and preaching this gospel. Shalom also to the men and the people, Salakia, that are considered the confused face. Shalom to the speckled bird. And last but not least, the reason I come out, Shalom to the elect. Peace and blessings to you, brothers. So let's get straight to it, man. And like I said, hopefully you'll be edified with this strive for perfection to loosen up the oppression. Okay. This is Jeremiah 16 and 19. And it reads, O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. That's right. Our enemies are going to see, when the time comes, our enemies are going to know that Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah is for his people. And when he see his people, when he see us getting taken up, when our enemies and the Gentiles see us getting taken up in these spaceships, and these chariots, Salakia, they're going to be jealous, they're going to be mad, they're going to be angry, but they're going to realize that Yahweh is the real true God, only living God, and he is the only God of Israel. And then their ass is going to get burnt up, Salakia. And the ones that do make it, they're going to become slaves for us. And we're going to appreciate that. This is Psalms 85 and 11. This is our King David speaking, and it reads, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. And who's that talking about? That's talking about Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, sending Yahweh Shah. And when the righteousness comes, it's going to be a righteous judgment when this place start burning up and getting fired on, and these missiles start hitting. And we looking forward to that. Because once that happens, it's a wrap. Ain't no coming back, baby. Ain't no coming back from that. This is Jeremiah 3 and 15. And it reads, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." So this is how I learned, and this is how everybody must learn. And the only way to get that true understanding is understand and listen to the men of GMS. I'm not being biased. I'm just telling you what the truth is. I don't have time to play games with you or to soup you up or gas you up, if I like to use those words, or, bullshit you, if you will have to say, about this truth. This truth is not a joke to play around with. I take this very serious, and I come out week in and week out to give you these scriptures to the best of my ability. And the Lord is not nothing to play with. He's not nothing to mock. Neither is Yahushua. So for you that play games, your asses are going to burn for that. The Lord will deal with you. And that's a true fact. So, that's pretty much all I can say about that. I don't have time to play games about the Lord's word. And Abba Rock Desire, you take this in and it settles with you and you spit it back out the right way you're supposed to. Because if not, then ultimately, man, everybody has to answer for themselves. And if you're not doing the right thing, the Lord will deal with you. I can't stress that enough. This is Matthew 7 and 14. And it reads, "Because straight is the gate." This is Yahushua speaking. Listen good. "Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." So, ultimately, man, we got more of these people than we have of Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shah's people to teach you the right gospel. And because of that, you can blame Esau with that, because he's the wicked, which is Malachi 1 and 4 or Job 9 and 24. As a matter of fact, I'll just for edification, this comes out so much, but it has to be, because it's the truth. And that's what we're here to do, is to help you get an understanding, to loosen your mind about oppression. It's Job 9 and 24, and it reads, "The earth is given unto the wicked." Shalakia, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof." Who are the judges? These are the men of Israel, the stony judges. As you read in the books of Judges, who the judges are. These are only men of Israel. "Therefore, if not, where and who is he?" So the Lord is being funny about it, about, okay, well, if it's not him, then who is he? Who is the wicked? The wicked is definitely Esau, and the Gentiles are the Gentiles, but Esau is a worthy adversary from the Gentiles. He's the top wicked man. He's the top tabernacle that is the Lord's enemy to fight against us. And this is why he hates you so much. If you didn't understand or you didn't know, and as you go through history, since cameras and video and audio was available, this is why he hates you so much, because the Lord made him to be the top wicked dog, and he has to express his anger towards you because he hates the Lord, and he hates what the Lord does. This is why he flips and sins. This is why he flips everything upside down about everything the Lord told you to do or how to follow his laws, such as commandments. He said, nah, you don't got to do that. I'm God. You can do this. And our wicked 1/3 who decides to do that, they suffer because of it. And they got the nerve to talk about love. And ain't no such thing as all love. The Lord has balance. And if not, roughly paraphrasing, it's an abomination for him to not have balance. This is 1 John 5 and 3, because this is very important, because everybody like to loosely use this word love, and it oppresses the mind. So it reads, "For this is the love of thy power, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous." So this is what you got to do. Learn these commandments and keep the commandments. I would say that it's hard, but it says that it's not grievous. It's not hard to keep these laws and statutes, commandments. I'm not going to say you have to know it right away, but it takes time, but it can be done, and it will be done. And if not, then You're just part of the 2/3 that just won't get it. And unfortunately, as I say, and as the other apostles and elders and such and so say, you will burn for it. This is Leviticus 26:14, and it reads, "But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague, that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of the heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain. Your enemy for your enemies shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you." So, I mean, that alone, that's a scary scripture. Once you find out a little bit about who you are, that'll make me, because I have a little understanding, to definitely fear the Lord, because he's telling you what he's going to do to you if you reject him. And trust me, you do not want that. You can play games all you want, like, oh, I'm an atheist, and oh, this, that, and the third. But when the Lord put that, ain't no coming back from it. There's no coming back from it. You do not want that. I can't stress that enough to you. You don't want that. This is Deuteronomy 28:32, and it reads, "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand." So what is this? This is slavery right here. This is when they were selling us. This is the 14, the 15, and the 16 in the 1800s, the 17 and 1800s. They were selling us. They were splitting us apart. They was breaking up families, and nobody could do anything about it. We had those big jakes, and what they was doing to us, they was raping us. They was raping the men, raping the women and the children. They were selling us into to other people across the country, and they would keep us in subjection. And this is what gave us oppression in our mind. And we didn't want to deal with that, so that's why we stayed with the oppression in our mind. But this is why Yahweh Shai had died on the cross for us, to help loosen that oppression, because we were so stuck in believing that we are slaves and we'll never be nothing else. We were niggas, spics, and savages, and all of that, all those bywords that our enemies given to us. We didn't understand anything else. We didn't know anything else. And the Lord put us there because we decided, like I read in the other scripture, like I just read in Leviticus, in Deuteronomy, that we didn't want to do anything else. We didn't want to be anybody else. We wanted to be like the heathen. So he made us suffer because of it. This is Baruch 3:8, and it reads, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse." This is the Apocrypha. "And to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh thy power." So I can't continue to stress this enough. We suffer and we go through what we go through because we rejected the Lord and his laws, statutes, and commandments. And because of that, the Lord punished us for it. And he's continuing to punish us. These curses are under us since the Old Testament. We will forget our heritage and everything else that comes along with it. Man, I mean, the Lord really jacked us up. And because of that, we lost big time. It's Deuteronomy 28:48. "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want for all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee." Salakia. So this is why we out here gang banging and eating all abominable fucking food. Salaki, I'm getting upset. I'm getting angry. I need to calm down. And doing all the wicked things that we're doing is because we're destroyed. The Edomite man had to take, he took the yoke off, because this is why we do this wicked ass rap music. And I can't stand rap music, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. My wife, I would just listen to Salaki. I don't rant too much. I was just listening to Kendrick Lamar's first album, and he has some good songs on there. And my wife looked at me like, I'm happy to see that you listening to music again. So in my mind, I'm like, I really haven't been listening to music, because I have to separate myself from that nonsense. I don't have time with this wicked ass system, this beast system, to listen to that evil, wicked ass music. It doesn't help me to learn and understand these lyrics and this music. It's so wicked as hell. So I had to learn to separate myself. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah for that, because it gave me some peace. Because some songs, man, they work on your spirits. And they do wicked things to you. So I'm very grateful for that. This is Amos 9 and 10. I'm going to do a couple more and I'm going to shut it down. Amos 9 and 10, and it reads, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the days of old. So this is what the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah want. We want the days of old back. We tired of being slaves, because once you recognize that you're a slave here, you realize that you're being oppressed. And oppression make a wise man angry. Let me get that real quick. Hold on, let me give you Matthew 5 and 48. I'm gonna get that. This is Matthew 5 and 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. So this is what we're supposed to do, men of Israel. Salakia. Be perfect. This is what we're supposed to do. Strive to be perfect. Strive to do these laws, statutes, and commandments, and beg for forgiveness and salvation from Yahweh for Yahweh Shah. Because when he come, you don't want him to look at you and say, I never knew you. That's going to be a terrible feeling. Let me see. Let me see if I got this. Hold on. Lock here. Let me see. I might be in Jeremiah. So like, bear me 1 second, Israel. Let me see. Hold on a second. I want to get the scripture. Let's see here. Let me see. Bear with me for 1 second, Israel. I want to get the scripture out real quick. Salakia, got it. Here we go. This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So this is what oppression does to us, man. To the point that we're so comfortable when we get out that stimulus check and, food stamps and all that nonsense that they use to go against you. And, the gift destroys a man. Like it says, a gift destroys the heart. A gift destroys the mind. That's what it says. Last scripture. I appreciate y'all hanging there with me all this time. Thank you very much. And we're going to go ahead and shut it down. In Psalms 19:7. And it reads, the law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. It's just that easy to understand. Self-explanatory. Convert yourselves, man. Strive for perfection to loosen up the mind of oppression. My name is Jamal Yasharallah. Shalom and salutations to the men of GMS who I learned this 100% truth from. Abarak Desai, you've been edified. Shalom. Wa Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah.